Hey guys, Garrett from Garrett's Guitar Lessons here. Today I'm going to be going through the rhythm parts of the Wind Cries Mary. Alright, now, I'm not sure if this song is if you tuned a half step down for it or not. I'm going to be going through it today in standard, and I guess I played it so much in standard that I don't really think about it in a half step down. So, regardless, this will match up perfectly with the recording right there. So first, the first three chords are going to be E flat. I'm going to be using my fifth string bar chords for this, and then E, and then F. Now they're just not any old fifth string bar chords. My first finger is also going to be covering the sixth string. So it is E flat, E, F. Now after that, his first finger is going to stay there, which is going to be on the 8th fret. I'm going to be hammering on my third finger on the 10th fret, or 2 frets above that on the 5th string, and then be going up to the 9th fret. And my hammer on is going to be going from the 9th fret to the 11th fret on the 5th string, and then 10th fret to the 12th fret on the 5th string. So that is... Okay, now what is happening with those next three chords? Now I find this to be really cool, is that they're just the same chords, just kind of played in an inversion. So I'm going to explain what all that means. E flat, E, F. Now, if you've gone through my kind of Hendrix style of rhythm playing videos before, then you'll know that kind of our goal with the fifth string major chords is to kind of replace our third finger with my first finger. Then that kind of gets me into all my kind of Hendrix-y sort of stuff. And that's exactly what he does here. Now, if we watch where he leaves off, so that E flat, my Hendrix-y kind of position is going to be on the 8th fret. And watch this, E flat, E, F. Now look at where my first finger is. It is on that 8th fret. So then he's going to be hammering on. There's my E flat chord. Now, if you're a little bit more advanced, you might be able to think of this as like an E flat as like a G shape, and then E, again, as a G shape, and then F as an E flat, or as a G shape. So, we're basically playing three chords, E flat, E, F, and then playing those same three chords again, E flat, E, F. Alright, now the verses are going to be C, B flat, and F. Alright, so that's kind of the majority of that right there. At the end, I might go through a couple variations, kind of some Hendrix-y stuff that I heard going on there, but really, the important part of this is that the C is for 2 beats, the B flat is for 2 beats, and the F is for 4 beats. So you can kind of add any of that Hendrix-y stuff I went through into each one of those chords. Just make sure that you're kind of being being aware of how long that chord is kind of alive for. So C is for 2 beats, B flat is for 2 beats, and then F is for 2 beats, or for 4 beats. So you have that much time to kind of add all your little licks in there. And when we go through that stuff that he's a couple variations what he's doing, you'll see that he's aware of how long he has, because he just can't kind of do his flourishes forever. Alright, now the chorus kind of begins with this G to B flat thing. Now, I'm just going to be using almost like an F chord, just as a G. So this is going to be my third finger on the 5th fret, my second finger on the 4th fret on the 3rd string. My first finger is going to be on the 2nd string, 3rd fret. Okay, now, a good way to think of this is kind of my root notes here, so I'm using an octave pattern to jump up there to the G. Now, it's all kind of 8th note strum, so he's going only on that 1 and 2, and on that 3, he's adding his pinky on the 5th fret on the 2nd string, and then taking it off right away. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay? Now he's going to be jumping up to B flat, which is going to now be on the 8th, 7th, and 6th fret. Same thing, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and now he's going back to the E flat. Just my kind of, I'm going to call it like a super bar chord. So this thing sounds nice, real nice and big. All right, and it's going to go back to the same thing, G, B flat, E flat, E, F, and then... Alright, next is going to be the chords for the solo section. So the chords for the solo section have just as much to do with how he's going to solo, which will be my next video, over this as anything else. So the chords are going to be F, E flat, B flat, and then A flat. Okay, so that's all 2 beats each. So he has F, E flat, B flat, A flat. Again, you can add some Hendrix-y stuff in there, and that rhythm guitar certainly does. He does that 3 times. Next, he goes to a G for 4 beats, B flat for 4 beats, for 4 beats, D flat for 4 beats, and then F for 2 measures. I'm just kind of improvising a rhythm. All right. And so I got a whole video of rhythms if you want to try some different rhythms out for that stuff. But understanding what the chords are beneath the solo are just as important as the solo itself. So make sure you take time to practice that chord progression so that way his solo does make sense when I go through it. Next, let's go through some of the variations he does on those verse chords. So for that C, he's using a 5th string bar chord. And then for the B flat, what I'll do is similar to what he's doing in the intro. Is he's thinking, okay, when I go to B flat, I need to replace my 3rd finger with my 1st finger, and then I can kind of be in my little B flat flourishes kind of spot. So when he's at the C, he doesn't even move his finger. He just does his B flat this way. All right. So again, how I'm finding that is C. I'm going down to B flat, putting my 1st finger where my 3rd finger was for B flat. I can kind of go right there, hammer on my 3rd finger or my 3rd fret to 5th fret on the 5th string. All right, so C, B flat. Now for F, what I was hearing for F was this kind of... All right, so there's kind of 2 ways to go about doing that. You can kind of have a power chord down low, not really barring your 1st finger and just kind of allowing your 1st finger to float above there and just hammering on your 2nd finger on the 3rd string, 2nd fret. Or we can kind of play just like a smaller F chord, kind of like what we did for the G and the B flat in this song, and just kind of hit just that 4th and 3rd string. But again, we want to make sure that we're hammering on the open to 2nd fret on that 3rd string. So here's that first variation. Now the second variation I'm going through is going to be taking place from our 6th string bar chords. And again, much like what I was talking about with my kind of major chord embellishments, this one's from the 6th string. I have my small little F chord, and he's adding his pinky on the 10th fret, 1st string. So my F chord is kind of based off of my 1st finger's on the 8th fret, my 2nd finger is on the 9th fret on the 3rd string, and my 4th string is on the 10th fret with my 3rd finger. All right, now he's just kind of pulling off sometimes, the 10th fret to the open, or to the 8th fret on the 1st string, B flat just goes back to, same thing, and then F, kind of a little power chord, and then borrowing my 1st finger on the 1st fret, bottom 2 strings, so 1st and 2nd string, and then hammering on my 3rd finger on the 3rd fret, 2nd string, and just going right back to it. Now, again, these are just variations, samples of what he's doing. I think the whole time he's just kind of riffing around the chords. So I was kind of hearing some, just with those chords, with the pinky on it right there, was another thing I was kind of hearing him do. So that is going to be C, B flat, F. Again, these are just variations, so feel free to try anything else out over them. So maybe a C, B flat, F. So that was just something I just kind of made up right there, and all I was using was just those couple of rules I went through in my major kind of Hendrix embellishments video. So there it is, the rhythm part for the Wing Cries Mary. If you liked what you saw today, please check out Garret'sGuitarLessons.com for more free lessons and resources. And be sure to subscribe, share, like, and comment any questions or comments below, even if it's just that I look like Charlie Day. Anyways, see you guys soon.